What is up, everybody? Ugh. How you guys doing today? My name is David Franco, and welcome to another very exciting unboxing. If you guys have been following my content for the past couple months, it's no secret that I am fully back into the PlayStation ecosystem. You know what? Let's just talk about that for a minute. I still love the Xbox brand. But Xbox, if you're watching, and I know you're not, but I'm going to share my thoughts anyway, real quick, I promise. And then, of course, we'll get into the exciting part of the video. I still love the Xbox brand, but Xbox in general is really losing my focus lately. Really losing my focus. I've sold both of my Xbox Series S consoles because I've found myself either not using them, or especially one of them was primarily just for media, like YouTube, Plex, Netflix, and for that, it's fantastic. But considering I sold that for like $300 and something on eBay, most of that money went towards this, my PlayStation 5 Slim, which you can clearly see in the title, so it's no spoiler. But anyway, that's just my point. Like, Xbox is like making me go back over to the dark side, the PlayStation side. And I've always loved PlayStation. Guys, I've had the original, I still have the original PS1. It's connected in my basement, working just fine. I've got the PS2, I've got the PS3, I've got a couple PS4s, including the PS4 Pro, and now I've got a couple PS5s. So like I said, I sold my Xbox Series S consoles, and that money pretty much paid for all of this. A new condition PlayStation 5 Slim, and I'm going to show you the original. Not show you the original, but read to you the original description of this PS5 Slim, which really caught my attention because you guys should know by now, I take excellent care of my electronics. Even as a kid, I just always took great care of my stuff. When it just makes me cry when not literally cry, but it makes me cringe. Shout out to Jacob R. right there. Guys, his main focus of content is he buys all these used consoles, right? And most of them, or a good number of them anyway, are just absolutely destroyed. So it makes me think, like, how does a console get in such bad condition? It blows my mind. Like, I don't understand. Like, for example, this thing's gonna be open, right? I'm gonna set it up in my basement. And by the way, I specifically bought this for streaming. More on that in a bit. I'm gonna set it up in my basement, and it's likely not going to move too much for the next few years. It's just going to sit there and be used as a console. It's not a handheld device. So I don't understand why people's consoles get so dinged up and scratched and dented. It blows my mind. But that's just me. That's just me. Not everybody's careful with their stuff. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. However, like I said, I would like to read the original description of this because it really caught my attention, and like any unboxing I do, guys, this is going to be a long video. So yeah, get yourself some food, a snack, whatever, and enjoy. So I got this for exactly, after shipping and tax, $400.55. Now, ironically, the exact day this video is going live, PlayStation is having a huge Black Friday sale where you can literally get a brand new PlayStation 5 Slim. Guys, get this, for $400. And that's exactly what I just paid for this. I used like new condition PS5, but keep in mind, that's for the digital. Mine is the Slim disc model, and the disc accessory goes for what, like 50 to 70, depending on where you get it from. So in a way, after tax, I still saved between 50 and 80 bucks. But at the same time, it's really nice giving a console more life. I know these things don't have, you know, organs or anything like that, but that's just how I like to look at things. This thing was lightly used, and well, you're about to see that in a moment. But guys, if you do want a brand new PS5, likely don't follow my routes, because if you're watching this at the time of release, there's a good chance you can get a brand new digital PS5 for $400. But trust me, buy yourself the disc accessory. It makes it that much better because, guys, you can get games for so freaking cheap on eBay. I love physical media for that. Okay, so originally he wanted $375. I sent him an offer of, I think, $330 because he was charging $40 for shipping. No, $47 for shipping, which is insane. And I'm like, dude, I'm in PA, you're in Jersey, can we get something going here? At first he rejected me. I was like, okay, it's understandable. I get it. You got to make money. And then he comes back at me like an hour later saying, okay, fine. Let's just do $330. But I do have to give a quick shout out to USPS. I'm not going to show the label because it's got a bunch of personal information on the front. But USPS charged this poor guy $60.65. So me being the eBay seller, I went upstairs and measured and weighed this myself, right? It's under 12 pounds. I don't know the exact dimensions anymore. But I got some test rates, some estimated rates. USPS wants to charge me, actually Pirate Ship wants to charge me, $11.90. So I'm thinking this guy paid a lot of extra money just for insurance, which is smart, but from Jersey to PA, you're likely not going to have any issues. But I honestly feel bad for this guy. Like, he gave me a great deal of $330 plus $20 shipping. Actually, no, he did charge me full price shipping, but after the discounted rate, whatever. But he paid $60 at the post office. Guys, my PSA to you today, and I say this all the time, if you can, please stop shipping things directly at your local post office. Ship through eBay, ship through pirateship.com. It's so much cheaper. Again, guys, Pirate Ship quoted me $11.90, less than $12. And if I were to tack on insurance, it would still be less than 30 bucks to ship something this large and this heavy. So just saying, keep that in mind. Okay, now getting to the listing. He says, and I quote, "Up for sale is my Sony PlayStation 5 Disc Edition in excellent, like new condition. Owned for only about 3 months, used lightly, and kept in a clean, smoke-free home. Everything works perfectly, runs quiet, no issues whatsoever." And that's what sold me. Owned for only 3 months, used lightly. So I was like, okay, this thing is guaranteed to be kind of like new, open box condition. So with that said, with my babbling aside, let's get into the box. Box is, more on that in a bit. There's a very, very important detail that I left out. So check this out. And there might be another PlayStation unboxing in the works. Just saying. There is a certain Black Friday sale going on. Well, I just told you about that. But there is something else I want from Sony that I'm going to treat myself to. I cannot... One second. As always, don't cut towards yourself. Okay. You guys still there? Oh, also, this guy's incredibly good with his grammar. Something I noticed about people, like his grammar usage was Baba Booey material. He actually put a comma before my name. He went out of his way to say, look, I don't know if it's going to be raining the day this arrives, which actually it was raining, but I'm going to put this in a plastic bag inside the box just in case. This guy is smart. This guy, like, he's using his brain, and I have so much respect for that. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a package, even from Amazon, with the item just in the box, is rocking around with no protection. So this guy is a great seller, and it's just nice to see when someone actually takes good care of their stuff and uses their brain as God intended, or whoever invents it as. I'm not going to go into that right now. Okay, we can just dump this out. One second. All right, here we go. Let's go, baby. All right. Oh my God. Dude went heavy on the tape. I respect it. He cares. This box I can probably reuse for my own eBay store, which is pretty cool. And guys, keep in mind, I didn't really spend a single cent of my own money. All of this came from things I sold, like my Xbox Series S and whatever. So I'm telling you, look around your house, sell stuff. So this is essentially a trade, which is awesome. Okay. This is the detail I left out. No, it's not a PS5 Pro. I don't need a PS5 Pro. Original box. This is the detail I love. Yeah, there's a little rip up here, but not a big deal. Little rip right there. But I will say the PS5 box isn't the best designed retail box, because even my own retail box, I'm pretty sure I ripped my last one in. Yes, I realized the irony real quick. Hold on. Let's get a thumbnail. Isn't this cringe? Anyway, yes, I have to address the giraffe in the room. This is my 4th PS5 I've unboxed in this house. 4th PlayStation 5. I've sold my previous 2 ones, but honestly, I don't regret that one bit, because I really do think the PS5 Slim looks a lot better. And technically, this has a little bit of a spec boost over the original PS5 disc and digital, because I love my PS5. Absolutely love it. So I got this primarily for the basement. I've made that clear, but I'm going to say it again in case you're skipping around in this very long unboxing. I got this literally just for streaming downstairs. So this is going to be a lot of fun, guys. I can finally stream games again like The Last of Us Part 2. And no, don't even tell me, well, David, The Last of Us is on Steam. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not into that whole PlayStation port over to Steam thing. It does nothing for me. PlayStation games should be played on a PlayStation console. I feel the same thing about Halo. I will not be playing Halo on PS5. I will be playing it on my Xbox Series X and my PC. I'm sorry, certain brands belong with certain brands. You know, just keep them together, but I get it. It's consumer friendly. Okay, fine. With that said, let me change my mind real quick. Maybe I'll play Halo on PS5. Maybe. But I'm not going to prioritize it. God, I changed my mind a lot, don't I? Guys, this is coming from the same person who claimed he would not sell his last iPad Pro. What did I do? I sold it. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's the sticker. It looks like a UPS sticker. Or not UPS, a Best Buy sticker. I'm not sure. But this is back on August 6th at 9:12 in the morning. Wait, August 6th of this year? If that's accurate, then that really means he only did use this for a few months, because as of this video, it's November 19th. Interesting. Okay, let's open up the box, make sure everything's included. Unlike the last PS5 I bought on eBay, this one actually includes the retail box, which is very nice. Now, how do I get this out? This is why the Sony box, the PS5 box, in my opinion, it looks nice, but it's not very well designed when it comes to opening it, because no matter how hard you try, it's just gonna rip. You know, I just ripped it by accident on this side. I can't not rip it. So let's just try to dump it out. Here we go. My second PS5 Slim in a couple months. I am excited. And I believe everything's included. HDMI cable, controller, all that stuff. Manual with some random hair on it. I don't want to know. I don't really care, because I saved, what, like maybe $80 after you factor in taxes and all that stuff. Of a brand new one at that. And by the way, yeah, I could have easily afforded a brand new one. That's not stopping me. I just really like the idea of buying used these days. I mean, especially if it's like new condition. Wait, what am I doing? Let's open it on this side, guys. It's just easier, all right? Here we go. Things just come pouring out. Okay, actually, let's just stand it up. Hold on. I'm going down. That's what she said. Actually, that's what he said. Well, I mean, it depends who's doing what. Actually, yeah, I'd rather be she said, because she's... Anyway, power cable. HDMI cable. Okay. And yes, we are going to test this on video. The DualSense controller. So keep in mind, let me make sure nothing's falling over. Keep in mind, he did say this is lightly used, and I gotta say, I believe him. Although there is a mark right there, you see that? I can't complain about that, though. See if that comes off. Actually, it's coming off. Cool. Yeah, look at that. Very nice. Honestly, I'm probably going to take a Lysol wipe to this anyways. I don't like the idea of using someone else's controller. It kind of freaks me out. And even then, I think I'm going to buy myself another DualSense controller, brand new. Maybe a red one, or even a pink one or a blue one. I don't know. Yes, I sold my DualSense controllers a while ago. I should have never done that. Let's see if... Oh, it's got charge. There you go. Very nice. Obviously, it's not going to find the console right now because nothing's connected. Okay. You just wait over there. We've got more documentation that I'm never going to read. And what is... Oh, that's... Oh, no. Wait. The stands. Wow, he actually gave me both. So my last PS5 Slim only came with one of these. I guess the original owner lost them. Again, that one was used. And no regrets whatsoever. That thing has been absolutely perfect. But the thing is, it only included one stand. So I think my Xbox Series X is going to be in the basement as of like maybe tomorrow. You know, by the time you see this video. And then my PS5 Slim in my living room right now, I'm going to switch it from vertical to horizontal. That way it takes up better space of my shelf up top. And, well, I'm going to use these. And I'm going to take the vertical stand off of my current PS5 Slim and put it on this. Because this is going in the basement, and I definitely want it to stand vertically. That way it can look pretty sweet next to my Switch 2 dock in the basement. Okay, here we go. Today's a very exciting day, guys. I absolutely love doing unboxings. Like, it is definitely my favorite type of video to record, besides my, you know, Christmas and Seaside Heights and all that stuff. So here we go. I can confirm he did not send me a pile of bricks. That is always a good sign, right? Always a good sign. Put this over there. And let's inspect this. Now, I might be replacing the faceplates on here, just like I did the one in my living room. But at the same time, I kind of like the idea of having a default white one in my basement. There's a couple tiny, actually no, they just came right off. Yeah, I just kind of like the idea of having a white PS5 Slim and a black PS5 Slim. Technically, it's like dark gray. But yeah, there it is. PS5 Slim. Everything looks fantastic. Look at the overall condition. Very nice, very nice. We've got the official PlayStation branding up there. And the back looks great, or the underside rather. Sorry, I'm destroying my desk over here. And there is the disc attachment, very nice. And on the back, the I/O. Wow, yeah, there's like no I/O marks, because you know when people can't find the hole. Okay, no, but seriously, guys, we've all seen consoles like that where you're trying to jam it in the dark, and then you get all these plastic marks on the back. But I don't see anything like that. Wow, this guy wasn't kidding. It really was lightly used. Like it looks like it's open box. There's a couple little random fuzzies and whatever there, but you can get that anywhere. But overall condition, it honestly looks brand new. This thing looks absolutely incredible. So overall first impressions, exactly what I was expecting. It's perfect. It looks absolutely perfect. So with that said, I'm going to take you guys into my living room, which isn't as well lit as this room, but we're going to hook it up and just hope it works. It should. I don't see why not. All right, there you have it. PlayStation 5 Slim is connected via power over there, just temporarily, of course. Sitting on top of an HP laptop. That's all that's good for. And an HDMI cable going to my auxiliary ports. And for those curious, here is my current PS5 Slim. Absolutely love this thing. I've got it on that stand I was telling you about. So basically, this stand is going to go on my newer PS5 Slim. And this is going to be laid down horizontally, and the stands that came with my new PS5 Slim are going to go on here. Okay, so I don't know if this controller is synced anymore. There's a good chance he reset everything. I mean, that's what you should do when you saw a console. So let's see if it turns on. Come on, Osmo. There you go. Trying to get video, that's always a good sign. Always takes a second for the initial boot. Oh, there you go. We've got the PlayStation logo. Very nice. Very nice. Hell yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. He didn't reset. He didn't reset. Yo. Dude, I'm freaking out. 2K25. Pool Blitz, DC Universe Online, Skate, Red Dead 2, which I have yet to play. I know, shame on me. It's just one of those AAA games I've never got around to playing. I'm just waiting for a 60 frames per second update. Arma, MLB The Show 25, The Crew Motorfest Trial, GTA 5. Dude, he didn't reset his console. Me personally, I like to reset, but wow, look. Oh. Yeah, oh wait, he doesn't have many screenshots. Interesting. That's funny. Now, me personally, I love screenshots, so I tend to have a little too many screenshots. But that is too funny. He actually didn't reset. Now, for me, this isn't common. But shout out to Jacob R again, dude. I really like your content. But I don't get my hands on these used consoles too often. So the fact that I got someone's used PS5 and he didn't reset, and I have all these games. That's funny. Like, I could technically connect it to my Wi-Fi and use his account to message his friends and play with his save files, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I consider myself to be a decent guy. Hence why I felt bad about him spending $60 on shipping. I don't think he should have done that, but I mean, he did. So obviously he didn't, if he didn't feel okay with it, then he wouldn't have moved forward. But that is really cool. So PS5 Slim, it works. Now I haven't tested it. Oh wait, is there a disc in there? I don't think there is, because we would see something, right? But let's just say, just in case. Where is it? Doing it from the side here. Sorry, this camera's whack. Nah, nothing. That is cool though. That is really, really cool. Definitely a nice surprise. And guys, I'm gonna be honest. When I shut this camera off, I'm gonna explore a little more, because I'm very curious to see his save files and his trophies and all that stuff. Huge success. Another used PlayStation 5. Now again, I did buy it at a very interesting time. I didn't expect Sony to discount this model, well, the digital model, by $100. Like that's a really good deal. But keep in mind, I got the disc edition, so in a way, I still saved money. But if it would have been a little more patient, then yeah, I could have gotten it brand new for a little more money than what I paid. But who cares? Who cares? As long as it works. And again, I really, really enjoyed the idea of giving this PlayStation 5 a proper life. As cheesy as that sounds, I just take care of my stuff. It's just what I do. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Oh, and by the way, side note, for the first time in a very, very, very long time, I'm actually going to have this PS5 Slim, or any console for that matter, in a long time, on Ethernet. Yes, I'm actually going to have this on Ethernet because my networking setup is now downstairs next to my PCs and my consoles and all that stuff. So in other words, I'm going to get better than ever, you know, bandwidth and all that for online gaming, downloads, uploads. So I'm pretty excited about that. And plus, let's just say, because my PS5 Slim, this PS5 Slim, is going to be connected to Ethernet hardwired, well, maybe the next PlayStation related unboxing you see will make perfect sense. It's really not that hard to figure out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Huge success. This is amazing. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace. Happy gaming. Happy gaming. There you go. That's better. Come on, David. Put some passion behind that.